Why, hello there, trash fans. Welcome back to the Mattyam and Friends podcast. I haven't done
Let's
this in
go.
over a year, but this one was specially requested. This is my Asian bro, the one and only Mr. Jordan Yang. Turn on your camera, Jordan.
Let's go. Sorry if this camera will like focus in and out, so don't worry about
Oh
that.
my goodness, how are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Military's treating me right. How about you, Matthew?
Doing good. School's treating me well, so we're all doing our thing. For those of you who don't know, Jordan went off to the military. Uh, I don't
Yeah.
know if we ever said that in a video. I don't know if we
Uh,
did.
I think you did mention it in your tier list video.
Okay.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just explained a bit about that, but yeah, in the military, been in, got to basic in like what August? What time? What date? What month did I leave
Yeah, it
off?
was the end of July of
Mm,
2024. Cause yeah, that was the summer like everyone was kind of breaking up. It was me and Adon going away to school, and you were going to the military.
yeah,
I know.
yeah,
So everyone kind of just went their different ways, but we still keep in touch. So I
yeah,
think that's pretty
definitely.
cool. I've known Jordan for forever, but when did we become friends? When did we become friends? It was like third grade, huh?
I think the first time we met was first grade. Yeah,
Right.
I remember this. Yeah, this story you always tell. Like, I was so in like what elementary school. Was a very friendly kid back then.
Right.
The first time I went to I don't know if it was the first time, but one of the times I went to a actual football match. I think it was to watch all my siblings were in band, so they were like band kids. So we went
Right.
because we went to a football game. But I remember being there in the bleachers, and I just saw I would know everyone like from elementary,
Uh-huh.
and they would all know me, and I just saw Matthew, and out of nowhere I just raised my hand. I waved, and I was like, "Hi, Matt." I was like,
You're like,
"Hi,
"Hi,
Matthew." Hi.
Matthew." And I just kind of remember
And
being
then
like, "Hey, Jordan." Like, because I didn't really know you. I knew of you, but I was like, "Oh, hey, Jordan." And just kind of like, I don't know him that well, but he's so
you're
nice.
just like
Like,
you're like, "Oh, hello," and then you
right.
just like, yeah, and then
But
you just like walk away because you had to go with your mom or something. I think you were with
I
your
was with
mom or
my
something.
parents. Yeah, we were at the football game as well. Because no, I don't think my brother. He might have still been in at Liberty, but I don't know.
I don't know
I don't
actually.
know
Yeah, but
either.
that was a long time ago. That was
Yeah.
really
No. So
wow.
to put it into perspective, me and Jordan have known each other forever.
Yeah, a
Like
lot.
literally, I like through elementary, middle, and high school. Like Jordan was there, and we stayed pretty much in the same friend group all that time.
Yeah. That's right.
Every once in a while, one of us would kind of go off, but always come back. I remember I had my year. I didn't hang out with the group that much, and then I came back.
Yeah, there was one time where it was in middle school where we kind of separated, and
Mhm.
then we came back in high school.
Right. I do
Yeah,
remember
because
that.
I was hanging out with Devin. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. For context, one of our other friends
Other friends, yeah.
uh,
He's also in
yep,
the military, right?
he's in the Navy.
He's in the Navy.
He's in
Okay.
Guam right now. So,
Wow.
yeah, for context, he's also in the military and he's Navy. But I used to hang out with him a lot in middle school, and then Matthew, you kind of hung around with like Logan and Mondo and them, didn't you?
Yeah, but I was close with you guys as well. I always remember you guys used to bring your Legos, and we were always like, "Yo, they're full."
Yeah,
Like you
we used
guys
to bring
were.
little Legos, and like we had like little train wheels, and
I will
we
say
just
so. At the time, I thought, well, we're in middle school. Come on, guys. But at the same time, later, I kind of like learned. I'm like, you know what? Like, and I think you've definitely had this influence on me. I was like, you know what? Jordan doesn't care what people think. Like, he's gonna
no,
do what makes him happy. And I definitely like respect and like admire that about you because I think you definitely had that influence on me. Like that specifically, I remember just being like, wow, like Jordan doesn't care. Like he's just
Really? No, I did
yeah,
not know that.
yeah. I don't know. I remember thinking about that like a couple years back, and you've definitely had that influence on me. Just like you shouldn't care what people think. Like if you're having a good time, that's all that matters.
Yeah, nothing's gonna stop you. I think for me, I thought like you were like very mature for your age, and I was like, damn, this kid's really, really nice.
And he's also really,
Yeah.
really dumb with his humor. Just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. You were like super, like even now you're so, like super funny. You make these
Oh, this
funny
stupid.
shit.
My. I was thinking about this like maybe a week ago or so, maybe a little longer. I remember every time you'd be like, Matthew, you're stupid, and I'd be like, no, I'm dumb. There's a difference. And then vice versa.
That's
You'd
right.
be like, Matthew, you're dumb, and then I'd be like, no, I'm stupid. There's a difference.
That was so good, dude. I remember that. It was such a good time.
Yeah, but we should we should talk about when you used to get mad at me, what you would call me.
Oh man, dude, when I would get mad at Matthew, it was me and Devin, the other person in the military. But we would like whenever we would get mad at him, or especially me, I would just like ignore him, and then I would just be like, "Hey, there's Matthew's glasses. I wonder where he is." And I would just call them invisible glasses.
And that
And
pissed me off. I'd get so mad.
he would get so
I'd be like, bro, I'm right here. Like, I probably said some other things, just like, dude, like that bothers me. Stop. But
yeah. You
yeah,
just like you're so bothered by that. I don't know why, but
I
I was
don't
just like
know.
I
It's
was
just
just
like,
like,
yeah, just invisible
yeah.
glasses. I don't know.
I would just imagine that, and Matthew would be so mad.
I would, cause I'm like, bruh, like it's not that serious. I'm
Bro,
just
stop
kidding.
ignoring me.
I
Yeah.
know. Stop ignoring me. No, I'm just kidding. But then after high school, you you originally went to college, right?
I did go to college. So for my background, the reason why I went to the military is I did go to college and I wanted to do mechanical engineering. And during that time, it was definitely something because I did not have the motivation or effort to put into college. And it was already like I think it was only in my first semester. I went to Fresno. I wanted to go to a different school, but I decided Fresno State because it was just so much closer. So then I went there for like 2 semesters. First semester and second semester, oh man, they were bad. Like I like talked to no one. Only people I would talk to would be like people in classes, but it's like out of
Right.
class, like I would talk to no one. I would just get takeout
Yeah.
all day. Yeah, and then after the second semester, I talked to my dad, and my dad was like, "Well, you gotta continue school, or like you gotta fix these grades." And I was like, "Well, I want to go to school, like with my friends." And at that time, it was Matthew, Evan, and Don, and Dom, and Leah who went to Clovis Community. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll go to Clovis Community. Maybe it'll be better over there since my friends are over there.
Right.
Went to Clovis Community. Oh man, no, same
No.
story.
Aw. But I
It
yeah,
was just
I
it
do
was
want to
bad grades
say
all around. Yeah, go ahead.
I remember when you were checking out the campus before you even enrolled, and I was walking with Leah because I had just got out of bio with her. We were in the same class, and then
Oh, that's right.
some
Yeah.
kid just goes by me on a skateboard or a longboard and says, "Hi, Matthew," and I'm like taking a second to process and just looking at you, and I'm like, "Wait, that's Jordan." I'm like, I've been trying to get a hold of him forever, and I full on sprinted after you, leaving Leah. She eventually caught up. Like I didn't just go like later, Leah, but like I sprinted after you and caught you, and then I think we talked that day for like an hour or so after, or maybe
Yeah,
more.
we did.
We caught up a
Yeah,
little,
I just sped past Matthew. I was just like, "Hi, Matthew,"
and then I
and
was
then
like, "That's
you're like,
Jordan."
"What, Jordan?" And then
I
you like
sprinted.
bolted.
I know because I'm like I
Yeah.
haven't talked to him in forever, and then I want to
Uh,
say that's when that was kind of like your reintroduction back into the group because we would hang out
yeah, oh,
still,
yeah,
but like you weren't like
that's
picking up
right.
your phone, which checks out to your story that you said you were just doing school.
Yeah, I was doing law school, and then also at the other time I was also like working. No, I wasn't working. I think that was after my college drama stuff. Like I
Uh,
started working. Yeah,
Yeah. And then, sorry, to continue your story, what did you do after Clovis?
Oh yeah, so after Clovis, yeah, I was really bad. So my dad came up to me and he was like, "Hey, so what do you got to do with your life? You gotta, go to work. You go in the military. What you gotta do?" I decided military because I didn't have a degree at that point. I didn't have a bachelor's or an associate's because I essentially flunked out of Fresno State. So then I was just like, "Screw it, I'm gonna go military because what's the worst that can happen?"
Hmm.
So yeah, throughout that whole entire time, I think when I went to the recruiter's office, I was staggering a bit. Like they put me like in a program where basically like wait, like I obviously did like the saluting or not the saluting, the oath in,
Hmm.
where you just do an oath and then you're just like, okay, well, you're just gonna put you on hold basically for like until like we're gonna call you in and then until we have like an available slot for you. So they did that, and throughout that whole entire time, my dad was like, "So what do you do in your meantime when you're waiting?" I was like, "I don't know." And he's like, you can just come work at my restaurant." Because at that time, my dad's been in the restaurant business for like what 20, basically my whole life, so like 20 plus years.
Banging food. It's really good. That's all.
Yeah,
It's so good. I've been
yeah.
there a
Hey,
couple
Matthew can
times.
attest to it. Like,
Yes, it's very good. It's very
but
good
yeah,
food.
yeah. But yeah, my dad was just like, "Hey, you can just come at the work at the restaurant because you're not doing anything. You're just gonna wait for the military." And then I was like, "Okay, why not? Like, I have nothing to lose, and then I'm just
Right.
gonna be waiting, so might as well get some money." But yeah, and then like throughout that whole entire time, I was just waiting. I just got a lot of
Right.
money, and then
I
and
remember,
then
well, I remember
yeah,
too when you told us you're going to the military. You were silent. It was a period of silence again, and then you're like, guys, let's go out and eat. Like, it was the five dudes, me, Logan, Evan, Adon, and you. You texted our group chat. You're like, let's go out to eat, and we're like,
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
remember
right.
thinking,
That's right.
I'm like, Jordan never texts or initiates anything. This must be huge. Like, everybody, drop what you're doing. We're going. Like stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
Uh,
remember texting you guys. I was like, hey, like let's hang out tonight. Like I gotta discuss something. And then
right.
they all came. They're like, all right, what's going on? Like, you gotta go to the military. And I was like, how did you know? And they're like, this is like the only big thing you've like ever revealed.
I don't
So I'm like,
remember
okay,
guessing
yeah,
that.
I gotta go to the military.
I don't remember anyone guessing that.
I think it was Logan or Evan. They were like, you're probably gonna go military. Like that's the only like big thing why we're all here because you're gonna be leaving
Wow.
soon.
I don't remember
I was
like
like, yeah,
anyone guessing. I remember you saying it and then everyone was like, "Whoa." Because like I didn't expect it at all. Like I did not expect you to take that route, but I mean
I know
obviously
you were
I
surprised.
was really
Yeah,
surprised.
I
But I
know you
mean,
were
you followed
surprised.
through.
Yeah,
Super
you
proud.
were definitely surprised. And Adon, I think Adon was surprised, but Evan and Logan, they weren't. They were just like, yeah, like you seem like college wasn't great for you. Obviously, I explained this to the
Right.
guys, and they're just like, yeah, like understandable. But they're just like, yeah, like that's like the only like route you could have gone if anything, probably military. And I was like, yeah,
Right. And I remember, yeah, I always tell people like, because everyone, I think in this day and age, everyone's like, you gotta go to school, and if you don't do school, like, you're
you gotta do.
doomed.
You gotta.
But
You're
it,
not gonna do anything with your life. You're gonna,
right.
you're gonna
But it's
be
like that's
homeless or whatever.
yeah, but that's not the truth. It's like, dude, school is not for everyone, and like, some are
Yeah,
meant to work, military, and like, yeah. But super proud of you. Like, you followed through,
yeah.
and like you another thing I admired is like when you have a goal, like obviously when it was military and you stuck with it and you went,
Oh
and I
yeah,
was like,
no, dude. Like
respect.
when I said I would do something, I would just be like, if it took me, even if it took me a long time, I would still like stick by it, and I'll just stick
Yeah.
by it like all the way, will not deviate.
Yeah, no, big respect because that's something that a lot of people can't attest that they can do. Like pick a goal and just keep with it, but you were like,
Yeah,
no, I'm going. And you got like you got it in a pretty good time, I'd say, like a good timeline. It didn't seem like it was
yeah. Even
forever.
even the, like the people here, like and the people in the military, they're just like, yeah, like you got in a good time. They're like they needed a lot of like maintenance people. And I was like, shoot. I was like, I
Right.
guess so.
I know. But okay, so we all know what we're gonna talk about because this is like the big thing Jordan wanted to like talk about, and it's good timing because this is an event that happened like a year ago. So, I guess where you stopped like your story of you're working at the restaurant and that's all you're
Yeah,
doing.
uh-huh. We're
Okay.
gonna segue into
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. So I remember because me, Adon, Leah, and Dom, we were all at Clovis Community graduating, and so at the beginning of the year, or it was something our group always talked about,
Yeah, we
was
we did.
was doing some big like trip before everybody split up because we all knew like me and Adon like we're gonna
We're going to
transfer,
East Irvine.
right?
Yeah, and
Just
I was
different
going leaving for the military.
right, and
At
then
that
that
point,
added to it is like you're leaving. So our group was like we have to do like an event to remember a trip. And so Disneyland was always on the radar, and we stuck by it because well, we had a horrible grad night experience first of all. So we're like
oh
we
no,
need like
never mind.
we won't go into that, but like we're
Yeah,
like we need
that's
round
for a different
two.
day.
That's for another day. No. But we were like we need round two. And so at the beginning of the year, I think that's how early the planning started was
Yeah.
let's go to Disneyland. And it was I know on my end I was kind of working with Logan, and he was like I originally said 2 days because that's usually when my family goes, we do 2 days, but he's like, I wouldn't mind doing three and it's a bigger group. So I was like, okay, like we'll see like who's up for that. And then
Yeah,
I think we sent it in our group chat and people voted on three, so we're like, okay, 3 days. And
that's
so
right. Yeah.
um so as graduation was approaching, it might have been the week before I graduated, honestly, because the trip would have happened from June 9th to 12th, I think.
Yeah. It was June. It was like June 9th to
To
like the 12th.
12th. And then so for timeline purposes, it's May 9th. It was exactly a month, I remember, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It
Yeah.
was a month out.
And then everyone was on board, but you hadn't said anything. And I was like,
Yeah, no, because
I
I
gotta,
was yeah,
yeah,
at that point, like I said before, I was working at my dad's restaurant, and
yeah.
then
And it was hit
yeah,
or,
Matthew,
yeah.
you can explain
It
Matthew.
was, it was hit or miss if you would come to some hangouts because sometimes you'd show up, other times you weren't there. So I'm like,
Yeah,
oh shoot, like, yeah, let me call Jordan because he was the only one that hadn't like responded or
like
got like, yeah,
responded.
if he was going. So I called you, and were you working that day?
I was working that day, and it was an after. I remember it was an afternoon,
Hmm.
and it was very very slow.
Right, and then
I
yeah,
remember, yeah, I remember you calling me, and I was
right.
like, "Who's calling me like at this time?" And so I picked up the phone. It was Matthew. I was like, "Oh, hey, Matthew, like, what did you call me for?" And you can
Right.
you can explain the rest.
And then yeah, so I called you, and I think I just said like, "Hey, like cuz I had texted the group like, "Hey, Disneyland's a month
Yeah.
away. It's a month away, like get ready." And so and but I was like, "Yo, Jordan hasn't responded." And so I called you and I said, "Hey, the trip's away, like a month away. Are you going to go?" And you were kind of like you're like,
Yeah, I was like,
"Yeah."
at that
Okay.
point, I was like, man, like I don't know, because I have to work and I have to take care of my dad's restaurant, and also if I don't want to spend the money, and like
Right.
I'm also gonna be leaving to the military, and I don't know when that's gonna happen,
Right.
and then
And then
yeah,
I said, I was like, because the group had gone to Six Flags before, and I
that's
remember,
right, yeah, the year before,
I remember you telling me, you're like this was a different time, but you're like, I regret not
yeah,
going on that trip. And so I was
mhm,
like, I said, Jordan, I said, you regretted not going to Six Flags, right? And you're like, yeah.
yeah,
And I was like, well, I said, you're leaving, and the group's kind of splitting in its own way. I said,
Yeah.
"This is the last time you're gonna be able to do something like this with all of us." And I think I even said you might regret it for the rest of your life,
Yeah,
which is
you
so
did say
profound.
you,
Which is so profound.
yeah.
Like if you don't come, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, uh-huh. And then I was
Uh,
like, you know what? Yeah, Matthew, you explain the rest.
I think I was just like, I
Yeah.
think. Well, I don't remember too if I asked you like, is money an issue? Because if not, we can spot
No, you
you.
you didn't ask me. You didn't ask me if to buy my tickets, but when you were
Okay.
talking at that moment, I don't know what it was, but
I
I was
think
like, man,
yeah.
I was like, man, like in that moment, I was just like, man, like I haven't hung out with them. Like I've hung out with them like here and there, but like you're good. Like you were going to Irvine, Adon was going to Irvine. I was got to leave
Right.
for the military. I didn't know what Evan was doing his firefighting thing. Dom
Right.
and Logan, they were doing their own thing. Logan was still working like two jobs at that time.
Right. And
But
then
then,
yeah.
and then, like, yeah, out of nowhere, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. And then
Yeah.
I decided right there and then, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy these tickets. So I
And
bought the tickets,
he bought his
and
tickets on that phone call.
on the phone call when I was still working, and obviously it was slow, so it didn't like bother. And I was like, it's whatever, like we're slow. But
Right.
at that on the phone call, I bought my tickets, and I was like, guess what, Matthew? Guess what I did? And Matthew was like, you bought your tickets? I was like, yep. And then he's like, let's
I
go.
remember quite literally I was in my room and I screamed and I think I
Yeah,
screamed on
you
the
did.
phone at the top of my lungs and I was like, "Let's go!"
I think your mom.
Oh,
I think your mom came in the room and she was like, "Matthew, you okay?"
oh, really? I don't think
I
she
don't
was.
know, but
No,
I think your mom was just like,
I don't think she
your
was
mom
there
was like,
that day. I think it was my dad, but like I might have told him after, like,
"Oh
"Yo, Jordan's
yeah,
going," or something, because that was a big thing
yeah,
too. Because my
mhm,
parents would ask, like, about updates, like who's going, and then it was always like, "Yeah, I don't know if Jordan's going." And then,
yeah."
yeah, you bought your ticket, and I said, "Let's go," and I said, "I'm making a new group chat," and I made the group chat
Oh
with
yeah,
you.
that's right. You made a new
I made
chat.
a group chat with you, and in all caps, I said, "Jordan is going. Let's go."
Jordy's,
Uh,
yeah, I remember that.
literally a month before that trip, and then you bought your ticket, and then we were set to go. So,
We were set to go. We were ready.
right. So I guess fast forward a month. I guess we could talk about the
Mhm.
night before because there's actually something really funny I was talking to my roommate about.
Oh
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
the night
Yeah,
before, because we lived in Fresno, which is 4 or 5 hours away from Disney. Um, what's it called? We it was you, Logan, and Adon. You guys spent the night at my house because everyone had to be at my house at like
yeah, that's right.
I think by 6 a.m. is when we were like we're leaving at 6. That sounds about right, right?
Yeah,
6
we left
a.m.
around like I think it was like no, we got ready.
We
I think we
woke
woke
up
up
at
at we woke
5.
up at yeah, we woke up at 5 and then we decided to leave at like 6, but
Right.
we like left at like 7 or 8 because we still had to like
No, I think we
that's right.
left on time.
No, we had to wait because Dom wasn't there. Remember? Because we had to wait
Oh,
for Dom.
she wasn't that late though. I think she was like 10 or 15 minutes late.
Really?
Yeah, we stopped in the middle. Maybe that's what you're thinking, like to like,
Oh,
and because we
I think we
didn't.
were ready. Yeah, I think we were getting ready to leave, but Dom like we
She
had
was
like the Maddie
late.
mobile.
The
Yeah,
Matty Mobile.
we had the
we
Maddie.
called
Yeah,
we
we had the
called
Maddie
yeah
mobile.
we called my mom's van the Matty Mobile or the Matty van.
The Maddie
The Matty
van. It was
van.
either the Maddie mobile or the Maddie van.
Yeah. But anyways, so the night before, these three, Adon, Jordan, and Logan, were all at my house, and we played a game of Mario Party, and then we're like, okay, let's get ready to go to bed. And so I sent out a text saying, I was like, hey guys, like, we're going to bed, like, set your alarms in the group chat. And I was reading this to my roommate, and I was cracking up. Do you remember Adon was like, oh shoot, Disney's tomorrow? Like, he was pranking everybody? I should just pull up the text. It's so
Yeah, do
funny.
it.
Hold
Do it.
on. Oh, I have it. Okay, I have it right here. So
Oh, you do?
it's it says okay. So I say we're going to bed, and with alarm emojis, I say everyone set an alarm in all caps. Don says, "Wait, really? Is Disney tomorrow?" And then Leah says, "Mine is set already. Everyone sleep well." And then Adon says, "I haven't bought my tickets," but he's like pranking everybody.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
then Logan says, "Ain't no way." And then Leah goes, "That's a lie." And Adon says, "Can someone send me the instructions?" And I had typed these out, but Logan sends it. I don't know if you can see. It's just like
Oh my god, that's
a
right. I
a
remember you
detailed
said.
list of like what days to pick and whatnot. And Adon goes, "It's 460," and he puts skull emojis. And then Logan says, "I thought you bought them already." And then
Oh,
Adon says,
man.
"Oh hell nah, I'm broke. I'm unemployed." And then Logan says, "I could spot you the cash, Adon. What's your Venmo?" And Adon sends his Venmo link. And then Logan says,
Oh my.
I could spot you 300. Could someone get him the 160?" And then Adon sends this video.
I need that money.
It just says, "I need that money," and it's Toby Maguire. So that was the night before. I was talking to my roommates about that, like the whole um that whole thing of him pranking, going like, "Disney's tomorrow? Oh my
He's like,
gosh!"
yeah.
And
I was like, ain't no way you didn't buy your ticket to Dawn.
he was pranking everybody. I remember that being so funny. But anyway, so we woke up the next day at like 5, and
Yeah.
then everyone gets there except Dom's late. I don't think she was that late. I think she was like 15, 20
No.
minutes.
Yeah. You're right. She was like only late by like I think it was like 10, 15 minutes.
Right, and then so then we got in the Maddie van,
The Maddie
and
van.
we started driving, and then on the car ride, I had in prep for this trip, I had told everyone, "Give me some songs and we'll make a playlist."
That's right. That's right. I
A
remember
playlist.
you had a playlist of all our songs on it.
All of our songs on there. It was very wide range. So like you get a normal song, and then Adon would put like trolling songs. So he'd put like I think he put the graduation song on there. I think at one
Oh
point,
yeah.
yeah. And then
I
the
remember that.
fitness gram pacer test, like somebody remixed
Yeah,
it.
the pacer
That
test.
popped up. And then I remember, was it Dom who was low on sleep, and she was like, "I want to sleep, but like these songs are so good." And we were playing a game. We were like, who can guess like who put this
Oh
song on the
yeah.
playlist?
Yeah, who can guess like who? Yeah,
Who put the song
I
on the
remember that.
playlist? Um,
Yeah, I definitely remember Dom being like, "Man, I want to sleep, but these are some like banger songs," and I was
right,
like, "Hey, that sucks for you, man."
right. And then so usually when we like from Fresno when we travel, we stop in the middle. We went to McDonald's for breakfast. I remember,
We did. I remember that.
and
Hmm.
then that was fine. And then we drove, got into LA, and no, we didn't check in yet because our room wasn't ready. But
Nope. Mm-mm.
I think I told him like, "Oh, we have a room on reserve. Can we leave?" I think we could leave the Maddie van there, so they gave us like a
Yeah,
pass.
yeah. We left the van there, and
Right.
then we decided to
To
yeah, and then we
walk.
decided to go to Disneyland to walk to Disneyland.
Right, and it was that walk everyone hated, but like the hotel like setup was like too perfect for like our
Yeah.
group. So it was like, okay, that's the one thing we sacrificed. But like I think we got to the park, I think it was like 11:15, so we made pretty good time.
Yeah.
Right. And then I our first ride was Pirates, right?
Our first ride was Pirates. It was.
And then that's when the magic happened.
That's when the vlog started. Let's go.
Right. And so I don't know if you want to give background, but like you used to vlog at school, right?
Oh yeah, so back in high school, we always had school rallies, and during the school rallies, I would like everyone would be so bored. Like you can like see on everyone's faces, they would just be like, "Why are we here? Why are we at the rallies?" Right? And I was like, you know what? Screw this. Like I was like, obviously I was like still like pretty happy, and then I was like, you know what? Because I didn't care. I just did my own thing, like you said. But I was like, you know what? Screw this. And I just started recording on my phone. And then I was like, you know what? Like, hey, Matthew, what do you think of the school rally? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Whatever, school rally.
Do you
And I
remember?
would ask,
Yeah.
yeah,
Do you
I would
remember what
like
I would
ask,
say too? Like the cheerleaders would start doing their thing, and
oh, yeah. So, like,
sometimes, yeah,
whenever the cheerleaders come out, obviously, like, the cheerleaders, like, short skirts and whatnot, we like PG-13, PG-13.
right. Because I
Yeah.
remember there was one in particular that was like really getting into it, and I was like, "Yo, like PG-13, like chill
Yeah.
out."
We're just like, what is this? What is this cheer squad? Like, what are they doing?
Right, because sometimes it was like questionable, like, "Yo, this is a school." Like,
We're just like this is some weird choreography that they're doing.
Right.
Is this are we allowed to watch this?
Right. That's why it was always like PG-13, like chill out, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I would do vlogs like every school rally. I would do vlogs, and I would just ask everyone like, how are they doing? What do they think of the rally and whatnot?
Yeah. And
But then
so,
we
yeah.
went to so then we went to Disneyland, and I think we mentioned it in the video, but I don't know if I started doing it because someone said something. I think I just did it. I think I just did it just cause I don't know
Mhm.
why. I was just like, I think someone mentioned it, and then I was like, you know what? I should vlog this because it's a Disneyland, hang out with friends. Why not?
Mhm. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I remember that. I mean, you can see it in the first vlogs. Like we were all excited. We're like, Jordan's vlogs, he's back! Like,
Yeah.
because
You guys are just
yeah,
so pumped. You're just like, yes, the Jordan vlogs are back, and I was
right.
like,
Because it
yeah,
was like, oh my
yeah.
gosh, he's vlogging again. Like this
Yeah, it's
is,
like it's been so long.
yeah.
This is like after we graduated high school. It's like
Oh yeah,
two like coming up 2-3 years now.
right. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like 3 years
Yeah,
ago. Holy crap.
yeah.
We just gotta
No,
mention
like
really quick, yeah.
more like three, like no, like more
It
like
was
4 to 7. 'Cause there's this like during like freshman sophomore year I started vlogging.
Since you vlogged,
Yeah,
yeah. I do want to say at graduation, Jordan's the last one. Everyone starts cheering his name. That's always a memory we'll have.
yeah, dude. It was crazy. I did not expect that because like I was the last one because my last name is Yang, so it's Yang, and that's like
Right.
the last of the last alphabet. I don't know if Armando was there because Armando was technically supposed to be
He
last.
was, but he's valedictorian, so he got to go. Like they
That's
pushed him
right.
up.
That's right. So they were so Armando got valedictorian. So the last because his name was Zinzun, so it started with a Z,
Yeah.
and he got valedictorian, so that didn't matter. But I was last, and then like all you can hear when I was just like walking on stage, and it was only me after that. All you hear is Jordan, Jordan, Jordan. Like everyone, all the students, like all my peers were just like Jordan, Jordan. I was like, what is happening right now? Like,
I
why are they
remember
shouting
that.
my name?
That was so
And then like
funny.
yeah, dude, I remember walking back and like I don't know if I was with I don't know who was in like with me in the back, but I was like, why was everyone sharing my name?
It's because you're
I
iconic.
think I was near you guys. Yeah, I don't know if I was near you guys, but I like asked people around. I was like, why would people share my name? And they're like, well, because you're the last one. And I was
Yeah.
like, I guess.
I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
no, you're iconic, Jordan. That's why. But no, but so jumping back to Disneyland, like, yeah, you were, and you're such a good vlogger because, like, I think I've said this, and then like I know I think Dom showed her family, and they were like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good vlogger because he was like checking in with everybody, like, and that's throughout the whole trip. You're like, you'd be like, oh, we're in Pirates right now, waiting. Like, how do you feel, Matthew? And I'd be like, oh, I'm tired or something. That's more day three,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm tired, and then you'd go to everybody, but
Yeah. I just feel like, so what does everyone think of this ride? Like,
right, and you have a good mix of like vlogging like your own commentary and then you like turn it to the rest of us and then bring us in.
yeah.
But so we went on Pirates first and then
hmm
what comes after? It's Big Thunder. It's Big Thunder. I
It was Big
remember.
Thunder, and then at that time it was I think you made a joke, and you're just like Jordan, you should make a compilation, or you should vlog all these and make a compilation. I was like, compilation, really?
Right. Because it's at the very beginning of the vlogs, right? The
hmm
first one of like yeah, like Jordan, you have to one day
Yeah,
make these into a compilation. And I jokingly said that. And
a compilation. Yeah.
the funny thing is, I remember I think it was Dom who asked me. She's like, "Have you ever like because I'm a film major, she's like, "Have you ever like done like a video but it's a family trip, made a family trip video?" And I had said no.
Oh, really?
I remembered that later and I was like, "Whoa, this is so interesting that like Jordan recorded everything and I ended up like editing and doing that.
Editing it. Yeah.
Right. So we
Okay.
could talk about this trip.
All right.
Hey, Jordan, you have to one day put all these together.
A compilation.
Is that loud enough?
Yeah, it's good. Oh my gosh, the boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Wait, everyone say hi.
This is when we're in the car.
This is on the way.
This is on the way.
Take videos. Say hello.
There's Evan.
At this point,
This is-
Dom was
Yeah.
Dom was filming this, so I haven't like vlogged yet. Oh,
There it is. There it is.
Disney Vlogs. Bringing the vlogs back. Yes.
There's a Don.
The Dom.
Oh my gosh, the stare.
Just a stare. He didn't say anything.
The iconic stare.
We're here at Disney. If you guys
My iconic PlayStation hand that you have now.
I do. It's back at home.
I'll catch you guys up later. We're
get off
back.
Thunder Mountain.
We're on Thunder Mountain. We just got off Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh my gosh. Wait, pause it really quick. I just want to say, I don't know if you know this, but that footage of Pirates is from day 3.
Really? It is?
It is. I reused it because this was Dom's first time at Disneyland. So this is all new
Oh,
for
yeah,
her.
that's right.
So she
Yeah.
was taking video of everything, like, and then so I reused footage from day 3 to like to illustrate what was kind of going
Yeah.
on. Yeah. All right, you can play
Yeah.
it. That's all I wanted to say.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Save us from Matthew, please.
Oh
That's a
my
random
gosh,
guy.
the random
Yeah.
dude.
Very mean.
There's Logan.
There's Logan.
Evan's back there somewhere. Hi, Evan.
I wonder if you can fool people and like pretend like you're vlogging, and if we were watching, like, oh my gosh.
He's so stupid, dude. We're going on Big Thunder Mountain now.
Big Thunder Mountain, let's go.
It's a big thunder mountain, you could say.
It's a Big Thunder
Maybe
Mountain.
that's why they named it Big Thunder Mountain. Just a guess. It has what?
Rain.
Rain.
That's a solid
Rain.
My brain didn't even go there.
I did hear it. I'm gonna pause it real quick. I did want to say, look at the comparison between like me then and now me now. Like
I know.
my hair is different. I'm shaved.
The clean shave. I know the transformation.
The clean shave,
That was
like,
only a year ago.
yeah. That was
That's crazy.
yeah. That's like another thing. That's another. We'll get onto that later.
We'll get onto it. Yeah.
Dude, Dom's gonna experience my crackhead Disney.
The crackhead Disney energy.
I'm vlogging again.
We just ate.
We just ate a heavy lunch. My head still kind of hurts.
We ate Mexican food. one time.
We did. Driving.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
I get to take over the vlog. It was a little hazy when we got into LA.
You were tired that day.
I was.
Driving or like you were just tired that day.
Yeah. Here, pause it really quick. I do remember I was very tired and my head was hurting because I
don't know why. I was just like, I think I mentioned it in the vlogs, but you were just like, was it the driving or was like?
It was probably the driving because I remember it was kind of overcast when we were coming in to LA.
It was very gloomy. It was.
And that was after lunch, and I do remember specifically, I ordered a kid's bean and cheese burrito, and then Dom's like, wait, you can order that? Because the menu says like 8 and under, and I was like, they said they would do it for me, and she's like, let's go, because it was like the cheapest item. She's like, let's go, and then like, we got the kid's bean and cheese burrito, and it was good. Right.
I don't know I forgot what I got, but
I don't remember either.
Yeah, that day was like, dude, the day one vlogs were so good though.
Day one is peak. All right.
Day one's peak.
Where are we heading now, Matthew?
I think. Where were we heading, Emma? Was it Star Wars or what's the other one? Space Mountain, maybe.
Oh yeah, Space Mountain, huh? Yeah, but we might head up over there. So yeah. And you got anything else to say, Matthew?
All I gotta say is peace be to the world. God bless.
Why you said that?
God bless.
This is my favorite part.
We're back. We're back.
The vlog.
We're going on the Millennium Falcon ride.
We're gonna crash the Millennium Falcon. We're gonna crash it. Yes.
Evan, say hi.
Millennium Falcon ride.
There's a dog. Yeah, they're on their phones or something. We're chilling right now.
Asian bros are chilling.
Yeah, the Asian bros are chilling.
Yeah, I'm from Asia too.
That's always. She always wants to be Asian. I don't know why.
I know. This is Tom's footage.
That's Dom's footage.
I don't think I ever recorded in rides. I think I always.
I don't think you did either. Oh yes.
Yeah.
This part's
There you
funny.
go, the
We're
rides.
back on the vlogs. Yes.
Where are we this time, Jordan?
We're going on Rise.
Are we gonna rise
I don't know.
with the resistance?
The fall of resistance.
Follow the resistance.
I don't want Ray leading us. Okay, Ray leading us? That's a bad idea.
But she's a Skywalker.
She is a Skywalker.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Ray Skywalker.
She sucks.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Identity
How is she a
theft.
Skywalker? Identity.
Yeah.
Wait, pause. Hold on. I need to let this. Hold on. You want to know something funny too? Is Leah has never seen a Star Wars movie, but she's seen The Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
She's seen like all the shows and like Rogue One and Solo, but she's never seen like a core Star Wars movie.
Oh
So that's why
my
she asked. She's like, "How is she a Skywalker?"
Oh, that's right. Leah did ask, like, how is she a Skywalker?
And I go, "The identity theft. That's out." And then a dog goes, "That's how what everyone says." Okay.
Yeah, no, because yeah.
No, if you want to say something.
Yeah, because I was talking to a friend about this, and he was like, that's supposed to be like that's like I forgot what he said. I think that was like he was like, oh yeah, that's like Luke. That's like technically Luke's like granddaughter. I was like, this was like
Bruh.
recently, and he was like, I was like, what? Where'd you hear that from? He's like,
No.
isn't it implied like that's Luke's like granddaughter or whatever? I was like, no, like,
Yeah.
where'd you hear that? Like, I was like, no, she's a
Crazy.
Palpatine.
She is
And
a
he was like-
Palpatine.
And he was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, he was genuinely surprised."
He's like, "Ain't no
And-
way."
Yeah, he literally said, "Ain't no way," and I was like, "Yeah, you didn't know that?" And he's like, "No." So I looked it up. I was like, "Yeah, is Rey Skywalker Palpatine?" And I was like, on the query, like,
Oh my gosh, that's
it was
so
like,
funny.
I was like, "Oh yeah, like Rey's the granddaughter of Palpatine," and then he was like, "Ain't no way." That's BS. Like they ruined Star Wars for me. I was like, "You
They
did not
ruined
know
Star
that?"
Wars. Oh my gosh.
He's so frustrated because like all this stuff that happened, he was like, "Yeah, that's so stupid of them to like do that," because like there's so many things I like contradict it, and then he was like, "Yeah, no, this is like they ruined Star Wars because." I was like,
That's
you
so
didn't know
funny.
that? He was like, no. And I was like, how did you not know that? And he was like, so how did she get the name Skywalker? And I was like, she literally like took
She
it.
just took it. It's identity theft.
Just took it, and she was just like, "I'm Rey Skywalker." At the end of like the whole entire Star Wars series, she's like, "I'm Rey Skywalker," and I was like, and he was like, "Ain't no way." I was like, "Yes, way." Like, that's what she did.
That's what happened.
But yeah, that's what happened. But that's anyway. Enough
Yeah.
of that. We'll go back here.
Oh my gosh, that bass.
We're in Jungle Cruise now.
Oh, Jungle
Indiana's down. Indiana's down.
What?
Yeah,
We're
down.
What's up? What's up, Jordan? What's up?
My brain was like, it was like loading. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, the stare.
No.
Oh, Don said no.
Indiana Jones ride. Say hi, Don.
Dude, Don and
It's so funny.
We're going up. And it's taking a while.
Hi, vlog.
Hi vlog.
I vlog.
Aren't his glasses freaking dope though?
By the way, those are Logan's glasses. Those are
He wears them
Oh my gosh.
Smack.
He used to wait, hold on. When he smacked me because this is a funny fact about me too. I technically have an AA in Spanish because I had to take so much for UCI.
Oh, that's right, huh?
So-
Your associates is
My associates is in Spanish technically, so anytime like on because the Disney rides they say the safety spiel in English and then they do Spanish. I must have said something
Yeah.
in Spanish, and every time I speak Spanish to Adon, he just smacks me. So like that's why he
understood
smacks
that.
me.
I was like, why did like Adon smack you?
It's just anytime I speak Spanish to him because he can speak Spanish because he
Like, fluently.
yeah fluently because like he grew up in Mexico or like yeah he lived in Mexico, so he knows the language. So anytime I say something like completely wrong or just like mispronounce on purpose, like he just smacks me. Anyways,
yeah, dude, don't smack me in the back.
that's all I wanted to say.
Who's that? Dude, Don. Can't stand the Don.
Yeah. We're in line now, and we're moving. We're probably getting around soon. The waiters.
Yo!
We've already gone out.
I was getting tired at this point.
Everyone was dying right here.
I was tired, dude.
Yeah.
Freaking Don, dude.
You feeling tired?
Dude, I'm feeling tired right now, but I know I'm gonna get a boost of energy soon. The sun's gonna go down and my energy levels are gonna go up.
Nice.
Skyrocket. Dom, you feeling tired?
I was, but then Indy kind of got me energized.
Nice. Matthew, are you feeling tired?
Oh my gosh.
My therapist.
I'll never forget this moment.
Oh my
Bruh.
god. I thought he was actually talking to a friend. Look at how sad. This is his only friend. When he's sad, this is who he talks to.
Talking Ben. Yes. No. Oh my gosh. My therapist.
That's a terrible face.
That's why his brain is like.
It's an affordable one.
Got it. Well, we're going on Space Mountain, and we gotta wait 65 minutes. And we'll
Dude, Space Mountain wait line was so long.
This room is the death of us. Oh my gosh. I remember this.
We just got off Space Mountain.
Oh my gosh, what's up?
We just got off Space Mountain. It was worth the wait.
Yes.
It was like way afternoon too.
I think so, man. Yeah. We waited an hour.
We did it, chat. We did it.
Now we're gonna nommy noms.
Nomi noms.
This is the faces.
You don't know what that means? That's like that's like my noise of saying we're gonna eat.
This is the
Yeah.
faces of defeated people.
I always think of Jack
I
Jack,
have
the nom nom cookie.
We back at it.
Yeah, nom nom cookie.
Yeah.
Best boy, Jordan.
Yeah. We're going downtown, right, Matthew?
We're going to downtown.
We're going to downtown.
We're going to Splitsville, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna go
Splitsville.
downtown. What did they say, huh, Matthew?
I don't know. That's something you would know.
But we're gonna go
I
nommy
was hoping
noms,
you would know.
and then we'll
Hoping you would
probably,
know.
Go to the hotel.
We'll probably be back at it.
Yeah, we'll probably be back. I don't know what else we're gonna do, but we'll figure it out.
We'll see. We'll see what the night writes.
Later, boys.
Later, gamers.
You can see us like you can see us doing a trade.
Yeah.
Yo, we're back.
We're back with the vlog.
Hi, chat.
You're freaking a Don, dude. I can't.
always with the camera.
Alright.
Matthew, where are we eating?
We are at Splitsville in downtown Disney. We're waiting for our food. This guy.
I didn't get my Dr. Pepper.
No, it's a Mr. Pitt because they don't have Dr. Pepper.
I didn't get my
Yeah,
Dr.
they didn't get my
Pepper.
drink, man.
The server
I know.
Didn't ask for my
Yeah.
my.
And he didn't get my
order.
chair. He forgot my chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the evening so far. Right now we're just waiting for food.
I don't know what I
And
was
then we're gonna
doing.
chow down. Probably head to the hotel.
Possibly, I don't know. These.
Yeah, very possibly.
These hooligans, I think, when I go back.
These hooligans.
These hooligans.
But
The
you'll
hooligans.
see us
The
live
hooligans.
for these vlogs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey yo, we're back after eating food.
What is up, vlog?
We're back after eating food.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Back
gosh.
after eating food.
Jeez, look so loud.
Are we hitting up Matterhorn?
Pause, hold on, pause.
He is gonna get me.
Logan always, I've gone on trips with him, whenever he gets food, like, and he's tired, but he gets food, he gets, like, that second burst of energy.
He gets like super hyper.
He does, so that's why he, like, goes like, oh my gosh! So you just feed him, it's like the gremlin, you just feed it, and it's like, you know, off the rails. But yeah.
Oh, man. We'll continue.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
might be the last
Continue
documentation of Matthew.
The last documentation, Matthew might die. The famous YouTuber Mattyam
Famous YouTuber Mattyam.
might leave us.
Might leave us.
Another YouTuber might leave us. It's 9:20. Yo, shooting up the bat, bro. It's 9:23 right now. We're waiting for Leah for the bathroom. But yeah, we're just chilling here.
He's right.
We're chilling, waiting for Leah to the bathroom. Oh!
I apologize, Vlog.
My vlog. Apologize to the
My vlog.
My vlog.
Yeah.
You know
That's why
what?
we can't have
You were
nice
making
things.
fun of me about being cold, and I determined that might not
Yeah, we're gonna hit up Matterhorn and then we're probably gonna hit up the hotel.
I don't know.
Probably.
Or something.
No, we gotta
This is when they're doing that light show.
The fireworks are going off, yeah.
That's right. There you go.
Yo, what is up?
We're back, boys.
Oh my gosh.
One of my favorite parts. I love it.
We're on Matterhorn. We're in line right now. I'm kind of tired, but it's worth it. We're going with the 3 boys right here. Me, Don, and Matthew.
This is Minority Group.
Jordan, hey, listen, if you try to cancel us, it's not gonna work. Do you know why? Because we have a sense of humor and we're not sensitive towards that kind of stuff. We called ourselves that willingly. Okay, bye. Okay, pause, hold on.
Other 4th, I gotta go.
Okay, I put that in because for whatever reason, this happens a lot sometimes during videos. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if that joke's too far out or like, offensive.
Yeah.
So that one I was like, I almost cut that joke, but I was like, it's too funny. But if I put like a little PSA, I think it'll be good.
That was sick. I didn't understand that. I was like, what? Like, why did Matthew put that in? I was like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's continue.
On bobsled, so that should be fun. Gonna be in soon, so gotta go. Later, gamers.
The dancing.
Yes, the dancing. This is the start of the dancing buddies.
Dancing buddies.
Wait, do your breakdance.
Dude, look how we go in sync. Look how in sync we are. Like when she said.
Dude, we were in
Don
rhythm.
said- yeah, let me go back.
Yeah, go back.
Yeah, let me go back. Gamers. Look when Dom, just pay attention when Dom says to dance. Like dance, we're in sync and we start automatically. Listen.
Wait, do your breakdance.
Oh my gosh, we are.
Yeah, we're in sync.
Oh shoot, we are. My gosh, I haven't done the breakdance in forever.
We have it.
How does that make you feel?
I'm ashamed to be his friend.
Look at look.
Oh, the
yes.
flossing.
Please vlog.
Yes.
We love to see it. Yes, Jordan, get it. It's the mini version.
Tom, you're a mini version of everyone.
Me?
Tom's
Evil, bro. No.
Tom's just a small human.
Oh, the
Are you
mini me.
tired?
The mini.
Welcome back, chat. It's me and Jordan, Asian bro. Yeah.
Oh, he's driving.
Yeah.
He's driving.
Beautiful Anaheim, California at night. I have to vlog for him because he's driving. He's responsible. Our car is kind of janky.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
What's up, chat? What are you
Hey, yo.
Oh, the submarine
The
ride.
submarines.
The rest of them, we're going underwater.
We're going
Underwater. We're going underwater. Oh god. After this, we're going. Where are we doing? Getting ice cream? Ice cream and on monorail. And then tomorrow.
train.
Oh yeah, train.
Midnight train.
The midnight train.
That's a nice setup you have. Can we get a 1 for Finding Nemo?
Just go.
Finding Nemo.
Can't say anything, chat.
Can't say anything.
Except a blue light. That's a cool transition shot. That was 2 shots I put in 1.
Oh, that was? Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty seamless. Props to Dom. She kept her hand pretty still.
I think I just I don't know if I recorded myself or I was recording else. I think I was recording myself.
Oh wait, pause. Hold on.
Lost 3 guys.
I don't know if people know this joke, but the reason we say oh Dory is Dom is because she has a horrible memory. So when we see Dory, short-term memory loss. So that's why we're like, oh, it's Dom,
Oh, yeah.
Dory. But yeah, that one shot where it's dark and then it goes light. That's 2 shots, but Dom kept her hand pretty still. So when you put a transition, it looked like it was just transitioning pretty well. So props to her.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at this point, I think you were super tired at this point.
Right, because you say right here, you're like, we lost Matthew, Adon, and Leah.
Matthew, and like
Yeah.
yeah, you were super tired. I think it was me. Oh, no, it was you, Evan. Oh no, it was you, Adon, and Leah who went back to the hotel at this point.
Right, because we still had to check in because we had just left the car there, but we didn't check in.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right.
but I remember thinking, because I heard you guys talking like on the submarine. You're like, we're gonna go on get ice cream after this and go on the train. And I was like sitting there after getting off the submarine. I'm like, dude, I do not have it in me. Like, I don't think I can do it.
To get ice cream and go on the train, right?
Which is weird because like I can do Disney like from rope drop to end of the night, but I think it was probably because we'd been up since 5 and I did all the driving. So, I think that's why.
Yeah, you were really tired.
I was really tired. All right.
We lost Leia and Dawn.
To tiredness.
To tiredness. They were too tired to get bomb ice cream.
The ice cream was not in fact bomb. It was mid.
It was
bomb
mid.
ice cream.
It was
Bomb
mid.
ice
It was
cream.
mid ice cream.
They abandoned us.
They abandoned us.
And then after the train, we're gonna go to the hotel, go to sleep. You ready to go to sleep after this?
100%.
Dom, you ready to go to
100%.
sleep?
Yes, very much.
This is pre-goblin mode.
I'm ready
Pre-goblin
to
Dom.
knock out, man. Evan, what about you? You ready to go to sleep, bro? Evan's ready to go to sleep.
The park is really pretty at night.
Yeah, I like it better at night. The daytime, it's kind of like, all right, it's okay. But nighttime, like,
Nice.
We're gonna get on the train.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
I remember
in
that.
operation. Yeah.
Supervised children. Oh, good thing Matthew left.
Yo, Matthew left.
Wait, pause. I love
Matthew left.
I love the sadness in his voice. He's like, Dom makes a joke like supervised children, Matthew's not here, and then Jordan goes, yo, Matthew left. Like the sadness in his voice. I don't know. To me, I always thought that was funny. I remember editing that, thinking that was like,
Yeah, dude. It was like at this time. It was like 11. It was like 11 o'clock at the park, and it was like all the rides were closing, and the train was still up. And I think it stopped. It stopped like operating at like 12 o'clock. And it was already like 11, like 11:30, 11:40, and then they still let us on. They were just like, okay.
yeah.
That's the last ride.
And then you actually
It was a-
videoed the
That's
whole
right.
train ride.
I did. Yeah, I videoed the whole train ride, and obviously Matthew had to cut that whole ride down.
Right.
But
I watched it for the first time this year, like the whole video, because even when I was
you
editing.
watched the whole train ride? Oh yeah, because you had to edit it.
Right. So even editing it, sometimes I'm like, sometimes I'll kind of skip through. Most of the vlogs I didn't because I actually enjoyed like just watching the raw footage. But like
Yeah.
the train ride, I remember like because I kind of know how the train goes because I've been to Disneyland so many times.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I mean,
okay,
I-
I know what highlights are.
Yeah, we'll see some of the parts come up
Yeah,
here in a
yeah.
bit.
Train.
Train.
Yo, ready to catch the midnight train.
You're ready for the midnight train?
The
Oh,
midnight.
dude, I was
train.
like,
Ready to catch the midnight
I was
train?
so tired at this point. I didn't know what I was saying.
I know.
We're waiting for a midnight train.
Big vibe.
Midnight train.
It'll arrive soon. I'll update
Soon.
you, chat gamers. Let's go.
Chat gamers.
Oh yeah, okay, here we'll pause. Okay, so the whole reason I said like chatters and gamers, like my whole bit of that is like before the trip, I watched a lot of like Dog VA. If you guys don't know him, he's a British YouTuber and lives in Japan. But he would always like start off his he's a Twitch streamer. He would always start off his like streams like gamers or whatever YouTube videos. He's like gamers, chatters, and that just stuck with me throughout
So
this whole
gamer
entire
chatters.
So you'll hear me throughout this whole entire like all 3 of the vlogs. Like you'll just hear me like say gamers, chatters, we're back.
I had a coworker too back at Pizza Factory, and he would just walk around saying like chat, like he would just say like chat a lot.
just randomly just chat.
Yeah, like literally chat. So he'd pretend like he was streaming. So I think it worked for both of us.
Oh, dude, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
So great.
yeah, that's so funny.
Oh man. So
Let's
good.
go.
Oh yeah, here we are on the train.
We're gonna go soon.
They're in sync. Do you notice that?
I didn't notice it the first time, but when you mentioned it, I watched it and I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, they
Evan
are
and Dom are in sync when they like nod. It's
Let's
so
go.
funny.
It's like when they,
They're
they
even
say
waving, and then they like.
It's so good.
That's one of those things I feel like you just don't notice.
Yeah, I was like, that is weird. They did it at the same time.
There you go.
Dreams of a whole new generation as it moves towards this great frontier.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
That's the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon.
Whoa! This is my favorite part. Whoa! Wait, did I misspell whoa? Hold on, pause. Did I misspell whoa? Isn't it WOAH? Oh, I've never noticed that. Hold on, how do you? Hold on.
I thought you spelled it right.
Hold on. Whoa. No. Whoa. Oh, okay, it is right. I thought I spelt it wrong, and I was about to crash out, and I'm like, this. No, it is like that. I was about to crash out if I had been spelling it wrong this whole time. All right, no, go ahead. Sorry.
Very good.
Goats.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. Let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
Dude, the quality was so blurry because it was just like, because it was the train ride, and then since it's like in the glass, like the glass would like make it like a little foggy. I'm like, man, this quality is bad.
Yeah. It honestly looks great though, for what it is.
For what it is, yeah.
Yo, we just got off the train.
That transition.
The transition. I remember having a hard time picking how to transition it.
It was a fun day.
Did you have a fun day?
Yeah, was it fun? Was it fun, guys? Was it fun?
Oh, dude, you can already see Dom being like,
Oh, Goblin mode is coming.
Nice.
you can already see Dom just being like destroyed entirely.
so
She got destroyed.
2 days. Yo, we got
2 days.
Day one of vlogs. We still got 2 days of vlogs.
It was crazy because I was like, man, this is only like the first day. And I had so much
It's gonna be a
Right.
while. We'll make it. Dom's going crazy.
There we go.
Oh, here we go.
Dom's
Goblin
laughing,
Dom.
laughing over here.
Goblin Dom.
Tell them what you just said.
Alright, so, yeah, my buddy Matthew sleeps like a rotisserie chicken. Just rolls and rolls and flips around like that all night long.
You hear that? I don't know, man.
I do. I mean, I do spin in my sleep.
He does.
I just like kick. I kick a lot.
Apparently,
Dom is
this
the
man
best.
I kick the covers.
We're almost
Is that why you slept on the ground?
Are we actually?
No, I'll get to that.
No,
Hold
we're
on.
passing the steakhouse.
Yeah.
But that's how you know Dom is. So she's like, did we pass
Two steakhouses.
Bro, this person stopped. She's like,
I'm really not.
Oh
I
my
put
gosh.
This vlog on for you because you're laughing over here, bro.
She's not gonna remember
It's
this
his
tomorrow.
fault.
She's not gonna remember this vlog.
The
I'm gonna show
rotisserie
you this in the
chicken.
morning. Like, I don't remember this.
I did show her, and she was like, I don't
Block
remember
away.
this.
That's funny. I never knew that.
And guess what? We're getting a vlog.
Well, now we're officially a block away.
I can't think to think of things.
That's my favorite like Disneyland
No,
Dom
she's
quote.
crashing out.
That's my favorite like Disney Dom
think.
quote. I can't think to think of thinking.
Think.
I can't think.
Let's go. We're crossing, boys.
Oh wait, pause.
There for 10 seconds.
I remember she said, and she'll still tell you this to this day, but that the pole right
The
there.
lamppost.
She says that she fell asleep like just standing there, which
She did. Yeah. When we were crossing, like every time we would cross the street, like obviously we had to press the button and wait for the button for like you can cross now. She
yeah.
would just like leave in the post, and she was like, yeah, like if I didn't. What she's saying in the video, she's like, oh man, yeah, like if you guys didn't get me up, like I would have like
I would've
fallen asleep
slept.
there.
And this is
legitimate.
this is the infamous walk from Disney to the hotel because it's a bit away.
Disney back to the motel, or the
Right.
hotel that you guys checked into.
Right.
But she was like super tired, and it was great. It was so fun.
It's funny. Good content.
Yeah, good content.
Good
I can
content.
tell. Bro, we're almost there.
I'm sleeping on the
It's on the
ground.
second floor.
I'm sleeping.
It's second floor, bruh.
welcome entrance.
I'm
That's
sleeping
funny.
on the welcome entrance lobby. Not even in the room, just like I'm sleeping on the door frame. Matthew and I'm probably knocked out by now.
On the second floor.
Bruh.
Oh my gosh.
At this point, Dom was like,
She was
I'm
gone.
dying over here, dude.
This is hilarious.
Scream!
It's like the velociraptors hit the fucking thing.
Bruh, that sounds right, like just like it, dude. We're going up.
No gosh, she's crashing out.
There's two.
Yeah, she's crashing out this time.
Oh no, it's that way.
Bro! I remember that too.
I don't know why
Bro!
it followed me, like me knowing where it was. I've never been there.
You just knew.
First fast, you're fucking, you're fine.
Bro, Dom walking like a goblin over here.
Dom
Walking like a goblin, bro. We're here. We're here, boys.
Oh my
Dom
gosh.
looks
Just took a shower.
a mess.
I did. I'll talk about this after the video's done.
There, dude.
Alright.
Oh my god, I have to climb up to the top.
Look at that. Look at that arrangement. God, she's dead. You should have seen Dom was messed up. Oh god.
Oh, you got a video?
Yeah, I got a video.
I want to see the video.
Alright.
What up, squad? It's Matty.
Yeah,
I
we're
came back early.
back.
I got the shower.
Yeah, you got the shower.
Shower here.
Well, boys, it's been a fun day. Everyone's pretty tired.
Everybody's lost their mind.
Everyone's lost their minds, especially Dom. I'll see you boys. I'll see you gamers later.
That last scene is interesting for me because obviously I wasn't there with you guys
Yeah.
after the submarine, so I remember editing that and going like, oh my gosh, like the legends are true. Because I remember hearing about Goblin Dom like just going crazy,
Yeah.
but you know, obviously I didn't get to see it in person, but then once I watched the video, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the legend is true. Like, and then it's just so funny because you can see it on my face, like when she walks in or you guys walk in, and
Yeah.
like I think she goes bed, and then I'm just like looking like, what happened to you guys, you know?
Yeah, you're like super confused. You're like, what happened?
I was just kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
like, okay, what's going on? But you
Yeah,
asked, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And I told you, I was like, Dom was like, she was like crazy.
She went crazy.
She was
But
super tired.
yeah, and then the funny thing is, you asked the rotisserie chicken joke about me like tumbling, if that's why I slept on the ground.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I've got on trips with like Logan and stuff, and yeah, we've like slept near each other, obviously, because you know you bunk and stuff like that. So yeah, I have a tendency when I'm sleeping in the bed, like I'll just like turn and then I kick covers. Like I remember one time, yeah, I was on it. This is a long time ago. I was little. I had to bunk with my dad, and then I remember just full on kicking him. Oh, it was funny, but what's it called? I did not sleep on the ground because of the rotisserie chicken thing. It was genuinely, I just wanted my own space after doing all the driving and stuff, and I'm like, even though the bed was probably way more comfortable, I was like, I just want my own space.
Yeah.
And I remember
Yeah, I remember-
you were like, can I have the bed on the ground? And I'm like, not tonight.
I remember you were asking, and I was like, I think, because I think at that time, I like whenever I shared a bed with someone, or like, because like whenever I share a bed with someone, I also tend to steal the covers
Yeah,
from the person, like not give it back.
right.
And I prefer sleeping on the ground because I honestly like a bed's comfy, but if I had to like choose between like a bed and like the floor, like I'd rather prefer the floor because I would just like I'll just lay there and
Which I remember the night before we went to Disney, you slept on the ground in my home, like just you just had a pillow and the ground, which we have carpet, but like, good lord.
yeah, that's right. I remember I didn't have like
that.
I didn't have any sheets or no, I had like a blanket and a pillow, and that was it. That's how I slept in I don't know if I slept in the living room or
You did.
Like, I slept.
It was the living room.
Oh.
It was the living room. I think you
I
and
think-
Don were out in the living room. Logan was in the media room, and then I was in my room.
Yeah, that's right. I think Adon. I don't know if
Right.
Adon slept on the couch, and then I
Right.
slept on the floor. Freaking dude, he like threw like pillows at me. I was like, Adon, what are you doing? Like, go to
That's
sleep,
such like an
dude.
Adon troll move. Yeah, he does
Just
that. Like he's
just
such a
on the
troll.
floor, and then I was like, Adon, you still awake? He was like, yeah. And then he just threw a pillow at me. I was like, Adon, what are you doing? He's like,
That's
go to sleep. I was like, what do you think I'm trying to
that's the
do?
Adon mentality. That's so funny.
That's a Dawn move right there. I was like, oh my, I was like, freaking a Dawn, dude. I just fell asleep.
But yeah, that was day
Uh,
one.
that
That's
was day
peak.
one.
That's peak.
That was that was us when we were when we were like vivid.
Right, yeah, because man, we just start losing it after a
I,
while.
I think in the beginning of the video, you're just like, yeah, you'll see us like die like in the rest of the video.
Right, and I
Like,
said that jokingly, but I think a part of me knew like, dude, by day three we're gonna be dead. Because Disney just
yeah,
does that.
yeah, and that's what happened. Like when we go throughout these vlogs, like you'll see us like die on
You'll just
the
see us
side.
die
And
throughout.
just get so tired and done with stuff.
Right, yeah. Oh my goodness.
But vlog one, like day one was peak.
That's
Was
peak.
definitely peak.
That's my favorite one.
I prefer it too because like day two, dude. Yeah, later on you'll see day two was not the day for me.
Not for Jordan, no. He got oh man, you got
Yeah, day two was not the day for me.
yeah,
But
you got
you
screwed.
guys, they'll see like
Yeah.
when we second vlog, and then
Yeah.
day three. I think day three was a little. It was a little uplifting because it was just like it wasn't so much rides, but it was just like going around Disneyland and
Yeah. I liked
just like exploring stuff.
I think
It was just
I don't
very
know, yeah.
yeah. It was a very like lax. It was a very lax day. It was just a lot of walking and just like exploring. But we were also like very tired. During
Yeah, oh my gosh.
the day. It was like so lax and we were just like walking around.
But it made for good memories for sure.
It,
Like
it
literally we were talking on the phone before filming this and Jordan's like, dude, if we could go back, like I'd go back. Like
if we could go
literally
back,
go back in time, yeah.
I would totally relive
That's what
these.
makes them special though, is you can't go back.
Yeah,
But obviously if you hadn't started recording, we wouldn't have any of these, so
I know, right?
that's
'Cause,
so
like,
weird to think.
yeah, 'cause at the beginning, I did it as like a joke,
Hmm.
and then I was like, you know what? Like, I'll just keep recording, like, cause why not? Cause we're gonna be like, I'm gonna be like super bored, and I was like, I think during the time, like, I had my phone. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, like, I don't have any like videos or like pictures or like anything, and I was like, you know what? I'll just record because it's like so much easier. And I can just
Right.
like screenshot, like stuff and whatnot if I wanted to.
Yeah, and then well, I talked to Logan about this like months ago, but we were doing like scenarios where like if you take one person out, like how different would have been. And
Oh, that's
we
right.
both
I
agreed
remember.
like yeah, like it wouldn't have been the same trip, anything, and then we would describe certain situations like what if this never happened or if this did happen, you know. And it's just like, you know, everything happens for a reason. And then
Yeah.
even with the vlogs, like we're like if Jordan didn't go, we wouldn't have those videos.
Like you guys would have the vlogs. That's
Right.
great. That's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Which that's why I say I think in the tier list video I'm like, you know, if Jordan didn't go, like this video wouldn't
Like the
be
vlog,
here.
the series of videos would never have happened,
Right, which is pretty amazing to think about.
which is awesome. I love that. Like I
Yeah.
don't like. I think if I did not go, I think I would have regretted it because I would have just gone like straight into the military and just been like,
I know. Well, yeah, well, we're glad we got you to go because we're like,
yeah, no, I definitely, yeah, no, definitely, like, definitely appreciate like you guys pushing for me to go because I think that's definitely like one of the things that like push me to be like, oh yeah, like I don't think I would have been like if I didn't go, I think I would have been like super like sad because I would have
right,
just been like, restaurant life to like just going straight into Disney. Oh yeah,
to the
and
military.
before yeah, no, because I think it was I don't know if it was the day I think it was I think after all the no, it was the day after I don't know if it was before or after I went to my church camp. I
Oh
think it
yeah.
was yeah. I think I came back. Oh no, it was after. It was after our Disney vlog
It was literally the next
because
day, right?
Yeah, it was literally like the next day.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, it was like the 13th, 14th. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, like we came back like the 12th or the 13th, or it was like the afternoon. So it was the
That's
12th, and
crazy.
then I had like I think I had like a day and a half, or maybe like half a day to pack for my church camp that was like gonna be going on for like a week.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that. I was like, dude,
I
you're
was
coming off of Disney and you're going right to another thing.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm going straight into like another like social like
Yeah.
gathering, straight off from
Yeah.
Disney, the
Straight
Disney
off from
vlogs.
Disney is crazy. Yeah.
It was nice. I very much enjoyed it. Like I very much like enjoyed spending my time with you guys because like even now I don't do that often. I can only talk
I
to you guys
know.
through like video chats or like during calls.
I
I can't even
know.
leave.
Well, I think after you left, it was a comment. Well, I know among me, like it was more around me that it would be a joke.
Yeah.
I like every hangout we would go to, I'd be like, "I miss Jordan." I start singing
Oh yeah.
Blink
Yeah. So
182's "I Miss You." So I'd go, "Where are you?"
where
Like,
are you?
and I'm so sorry. Like I would start singing just that part every time. Anytime your name got brought up, I'd be like, "Where are you?"
Where are you? I remember
Oh,
you. I remember you telling me that. Like, I think the first time I ever talked with you guys was when I got here, actually, because
right.
during basic training, where we could call anyone, but obviously we would all want to call our parents or siblings or family.
Yeah. I
I
remember
miss
you
you
called
guys.
me. You called me, and I thought you called the group after the 7 weeks.
I did, but that
Yeah.
was like when I got here.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh no, it was I think it was tech school. I didn't call you guys here. It was tech
Tech
school.
school?
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, yeah, so like after like the basic training, you go to like a tech, like a school
Hmm.
to learn your job, your military job. And that's when I called you guys and I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up, Matthew?" And then like we did Discord Sundays. That's what it
Discord
was.
Sundays,
Discord
right.
Sundays.
And I remember you calling me, and I think I did cry a little bit. I was like,
Yeah, you're like,
Jordan.
yeah,
Like, I was
I remember you
driving.
like saying,
I
"Where
was
are
driving.
you?"
Yeah, I was driving.
You were driving. That's
I
right.
forgot where I was going, but I was driving, and then like my music, yeah,
I think you went to like the store. Oh no, you were going back. I think you were going back home because
I
you
came from
just left.
somewhere, right?
Yeah,
I came from somewhere, and then yeah, I remember seeing your name, and because I had music playing, and then it cut off, and then I just see Jordan
yeah,
Yang, and I'm like, oh, I was like,
yeah.
Jordan! Like, oh my gosh, but yeah, but I remember after these vlogs came out, like I think I was watching them probably daily, just because they're so
Yeah,
fun
dude, it took you like I think you said it took you like a good like 2 weeks
to
because like
edit.
on and on too like on like edit these vlogs.
Yeah, I remember I gave you guys updates, and I would send a selfie every time I was like done with a vlog. I'd be like, day one's
Yeah, that's
done,
right.
and
Yeah.
then day two, and then by the end of it, I'm just like, day three's
You're just
done.
like you're
Like,
just so
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah,
You're like I
no,
did it at the cost
the
at a cost I
cost.
did.
What did it cost? Everything.
It was so
Oh,
worth it.
it was.
I love
No, it
so much.
definitely was. Like I think I was telling you earlier, but like this one didn't seem like a job to edit, you know? Like usually sometimes
Yeah,
it's like I got to go through all this footage and get the right thing. But this like I remember when I got the footage, I was just enjoying watching it because I'm like I remember doing this
yeah,
and like living
definitely.
through it and just to like have it on video and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is our friend group. This is a
Yeah.
memory that was
Oh,
captured."
so crazy. So
Yeah.
crazy, man. All
That's
these vlogs.
crazy.
Crazy.
But yeah.
That's another joke. There's gonna be lots more jokes in here
It'll come up.
that that will come up, and you guys will just be like, "Oh yeah, okay, I get it now."
Yeah.